Welcome to Wisdom Trek with Gramps. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, and we are on day 2393 of our trek. The purpose of Wisdom Trek is to create a legacy of wisdom, to seek out discernment and insights, and to boldly grow where few have chosen to grow before. In today's Wisdom Nugget, I'll guide you through the vast landscapes of biblical wisdom. Today we are continuing our journey through the book of Ecclesiastes, and our focus will be on Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verses 1 through 6 from the New Living Translation. In these verses, Solomon offers profound insights into the principles of generosity, the unpredictability of life, and the importance of diligent work. Let's embark on our trek together and uncover the timeless wisdom that Solomon shares with us. Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verses 1 through 6. Send your grain across the sea, and in time profits will flow back to you. But divide your investment among many places, for you do not know what risk might lie ahead. When clouds are heavy, the rains come down. Whether a tree falls to the north or the south, it stays where it falls. Farmers who wait for perfect weather will never plant. If they watch every cloud, they never harvest. Just as you cannot understand the path of the wind or the mystery of a tiny baby growing in its mother's womb, so you cannot understand the activity of God who does all things. Plant your seed in the morning and keep busy all afternoon, for you don't know if profit will come from one activity or another, or maybe both. Now Solomon begins this passage with a powerful metaphor about the generosity and investments. Send your grain across the sea, and in time profits will flow back to you. This suggests that you should not be afraid to take risk and invest our resources, whether they be financial, time, or talents. By putting our resources out into the world, we open up the possibility of future returns. It is a call to action, encouraging us to be proactive and forward-thinking. In verse 2, Solomon advises, "But divide your investments among many places, for you do not know what risk might lie ahead." This introduces the principle of diversification. A wise investor spreads their investments to mitigate risk. We should diversify our efforts and resources. This means not putting all of our eggs in one basket, but spreading out our resources to increase our chances of success and minimize potential losses. These verses teach us about the importance of generosity and strategic investments. By being generous and wise with our resources, we create opportunities for growth and future returns. It's about taking calculated risk and being open to the possibility that comes with sharing what we have with the world. Solomon then addresses the unpredictability of life in verse 3. When clouds are heavy, the rains come down. Whether a tree falls to the north or the south, it stays where it falls. This verse reminds us that certain events in life are beyond our control. Just as we cannot control the weather or the direction the tree falls, some aspects of life are inherently unpredictable and uncontrollable. This verse is a reminder to us to focus on what we can control and not be overly concerned with what we cannot. It's about accepting the uncertainties of life and not letting them paralyze us into inaction. Life is full of unexpected events, and wisdom lies in navigating these uncertainties with grace and resilience. In verse 4, Solomon highlights the importance of taking action despite uncertainties. Farmers who wait for perfect weather will never plant. If they watch every cloud, they'll never harvest. This powerful imagery speaks of the paralysis from waiting for perfect conditions. If we wait for the ideal moment to act, we may never take the necessary steps to achieve our goals. This principle applies to many areas of life, including work, relationships, and personal growth. Waiting for perfect conditions can lead to missed opportunities and stagnation. Wisdom involves recognizing the perfect conditions rarely exist, and that by taking action and adapting as we go along is more important. Solomon encourages us to be proactive and not let the fear of the unknown prevent us from planting seeds and working toward our goals. It's a call to embrace action and persistence, even in uncertainty. In verse 5, Solomon acknowledges the mystery of God's work. Just as you cannot understand the path of the wind or the mystery of a tiny baby growing in a mother's womb, you cannot understand the activity of God who does all things. This verse reminds us of our limitations of human understanding. There are mysteries in life that go beyond our comprehension, and the workings of God fall into this category. The path of the wind and the development of a baby in a womb are natural processes that we can observe but not fully understand. Similarly, God's ways and plans are often beyond our grasp. This calls for our posture of humility and trust in God's sovereignty. While we may not understand all that God does, we can trust His ways are purposeful and ultimately for our good. Recognizing the mystery of God's work encourages us to live with faith and trust. It's about acknowledging that while we may not have all the answers, we can rely on God's wisdom and guidance. And finally, in verse 6, Solomon emphasizes the importance of diligent work. Plant your seed in the morning and keep busy all afternoon, for you don't know if profit will come from one activity or another, or maybe both. This verse encourages us to be diligent and consistent in our efforts. It's about taking action and persevering in our work, knowing that success may come from different avenues. Planting seeds in the morning and staying busy throughout the day increases the likelihood of seeing positive results. This principle of diligent work involves not putting all of our hopes into one effort, but diversifying our activities by being persistent. It's about creating multiple opportunities for success and being committed to our task. Diligent work, combined with the willingness to take risk and embrace uncertainty, positions us to reap the benefits of our efforts. It's a call to be diligent and proactive, trusting that our hard work will yield results in due time. As we reflect on Solomon's words in Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verses 1 through 6, several key takeaways emerge. The first is generosity and investment. Be willing to take risk and invest your resources generously. Sharing what you have opens the possibilities for future returns and growth. Second is diversification. Spread your efforts and resources across multiple areas and mitigate the risk that increases your chance of success. Don't put all your eggs into one basket. Third is the acceptance of uncertainty. Recognize that life is unpredictable and some events are beyond our control. Focus on what you can control and navigate uncertainties with grace. Fourth is taking action. Don't wait for perfect conditions to act. Embrace action and persistence, even in the face of uncertainty. Proactive steps lead to progress and success. Fifth is to trust in God's sovereignty. Acknowledge the mystery of God's work and trust His wisdom and guidance. Live with faith, knowing that God's plans are purposeful. And sixth, diligent work. Be consistent and industrious in your efforts. Plant seeds and stay busy. Create multiple opportunities for success. Hard work and perseverance yields results. How can we apply these lessons in our daily lives? Start by being generous with your resources, time, talents, and finances. Look for opportunities to invest in others and the world around you. By doing so, you create a potential for future returns and positive impact. Diversify your efforts and avoid relying on a single path to success. Spread your activities and investment across different areas and mitigate the risk and increase your chances of achieving your goals. Accept that life is unpredictable and focus on what you can control. Don't let the fear of the unknown paralyze you into inaction. Embrace uncertainty and be adaptable to your approach to challenges. Take action and don't wait for perfect conditions. Be proactive and persistent, knowing that progress often comes from taking steps forward even when the path is unclear. Trust in God's sovereignty and wisdom. Recognize that His ways are beyond our understanding and live with faith and humility, relying on His guidance in your life. Commit to diligent work and perseverance. Be consistent in your efforts and stay busy with meaningful activities. You create multiple opportunities for success and growth by planting seeds and working diligently. As we continue our trek through life, let's carry these insights with us. Be generous and strategic with your resources. Embrace the uncertainties of life. Take proactive steps toward your goals. Trust in God's wisdom. And commit to diligent work. By doing so, we align ourselves with Solomon's timeless wisdoms and navigate life's complexities with grace and purpose. Join me next time as we delve deeper into the wisdom of Ecclesiastes. Until then, keep seeking God's wisdom, cherish each moment, and continue to make a positive impact on the world around you. And if you found this podcast insightful, please subscribe and leave us a review. Then encourage your friends and family to join us and come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek. Creating a legacy. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, and most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. As we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and create a great day every day. See you next time for more daily wisdom.